Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 9 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we want to go live right now to our very own Merritt Morgan, who is standing by off of Charles Boulevard in an apartment fire. Mary, give us the latest on exactly what is going on behind you and kind of spell out the story for everybody who may just be waking up to this scene.
Hey, good morning, Charlie. Just behind me, crews are still cleaning up from a fire that took place around 7:20, 7:30 this morning, according to Greenville Fire Rescue. Now, the latest update that we have is that it did start from an AC unit, and then it also spread to the attic. Now, because of that, 2 families have been displaced in this building just behind me on the Carriage House Apartments on Charles Boulevard. Now, we're also told that the families are still here. They're sitting, kind of wondering what to do, what's next, but we're also told that the Red Cross is going to be assisting them. Now, thankfully, there were no civilian injuries as well as no fire crew injuries, so some good news there. However, there is still some extensive damage as far as smoke damage goes in these apartments behind me.
Excellent, Merritt. Thank you so much. Now, as far as the fire crews go, do they give you an estimate on exactly maybe how much longer they're going to be at the scene? Have they given you any sort of indication of when they may be departing?
Yeah, they also say that the investigation will take maybe 30 minutes to an hour longer. Some of these families are actually going to be able to go back into the building. They say that there was about 5 apartments and units in this apartment building. Again, 2 of those families are being displaced, but those other 3, once the investigation wraps up in about 30 minutes to an hour, they will also be able to go back into their homes. Okay,
great. And again, you just want to highlight this. You did mention that there were no injuries, correct?
Yeah, no injuries, no fire injuries, no civilian injuries. So some good news there. We have seen some families with little kids. So the biggest thing that I've heard so far, I actually spoke to someone who's lived here for 26 years. He says that he and his family all suffer from asthma, and so that was a really big concern for them.
Yeah.
So again, just some really good news that no one was injured, no one was impacted by this. But again, some concerns on that side of things.
Absolutely. Merritt, thank you so much. We appreciate you being live and sticking out and giving us all the details there. We will check back in with you potentially later on for our noon show. But for now, thank you very much. Again, that was Merritt Morgan reporting live just off of Charles Boulevard, an apartment fire that, again, has now been kind of contained and put under control. And now we do want to highlight, of course, your weather forecast for today. We want to start out by taking a look outside through our Washington cam. Right now, absolutely beautiful sunny skies, and these are the conditions across eastern North Carolina so far this morning. A lot of sunshine coming in across the east, but the difference is between really today and yesterday. Here's another look at what we're seeing again across Greenville. Is that winds are going to be coming in more out of the southwest. That's going to be a big booster for heat along with humidity. Get ready again for just a bit of a toastier day than what we've been used to. Again, back to our Washington cam. Here's a look at your air temperatures right now across the board. Most of us currently matching up with where we were yesterday, upper 60s to low 70s. Not a huge departure again from yesterday's temperatures at this time, but coming up later on today, I think by the time we get to around noon, we're going to notice it. All right, temperatures are a little bit faster with the rise today, and a lot of that has to do with this right here, your southwesterly winds. Wind speeds, not all that impressive, about a 4 to 8 mile per hour breeze, but the direction is very important. It's going to continue to bring in a lot of hot and humid air into the east, pushing your air temperatures into the upper 80s today, possibly into the low 90s for tomorrow. I'm fairly confident that we'll be seeing the low 90s coming up on Saturday, as again, there you see all the way through Friday, maintaining at least a southerly to southwesterly wind. There at the end, you do see a little bit of a southeasterly component, but regardless, so long as you maintain a breeze out of the south, you will get more heat. It's called warm air advection, or just the process of moving warm air from one area into another. And it's those southwesterly winds that do it. For this afternoon, again, highs getting into the mid to upper 80s, 86, possibly 87 degrees across some inland areas. Kinston, Jacksonville, Warsaw. Got to look at it, you guys. Your evening planner calls for air temperatures dropping out of the 80s between 7 and 8 p.m. And we'll kind of do it all again coming up tomorrow. However, tomorrow we will wake up with Warmer morning temperatures, again highlighting the fact that humidity will be on the rise. Instead of the upper 50s to low 60s that we saw earlier today, more of the mid 60s to upper 60s between 7 and 8 a.m. As we head towards lunchtime, mid to upper 80s and then into the low 90s between 3, 4 and 5 p.m. Overall, it's going to again be a toasty end of the week. Feeling like summertime still has its hooks in us, but not to worry. Again, does look like we will be cooling down over the weekend, thanks to an incoming cold front that will provide us a few spotty showers and maybe a stray thunderstorm or two coming in Saturday night into Sunday morning. After that, Monday right now, fairly dry. We may end up with a few coastal showers, but right now not enough to really throw it on the 8-day forecast. And then we'll see a little bit more rain try to pop back up again for your Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But right now, nothing looks all that intense. Nothing looks severe. So for now, it's kind of just riding a little bit of a temperature roller coaster going up on Saturday. We'll crash back down on Sunday and then hold at below average levels as we start next week. Well, that's all we have time for today's 9 a.m. news and weather update. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic Thursday.
WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by ENC Pirate Realty.